Good morning, children. So we were seeing matter in our surroundings lesson. The next one is effect of pressure on gases. So far we have seen about temperature, their affects everything. So now it is effect of pressure on gases. Usually when pressure is applied, the gas particles which are far away, it is very loosely packed, that will come closer and that gas can be changed into a liquid. Usually vapor or gas which is changed into a liquid, that process is called as condensation process. Here by applying pressure also we can make this vapor or gas particles into liquid. So this liquefying gas, it is actually by applying pressure and reducing the temperature. We know dry ice. Okay, it is a solid carbon dioxide. Here when the pressure is applied over this, it can be directly converted into gaseous state without coming into liquid state. So in the figure you can see that gaseous molecule where the pressure is applied, so it can be converted into a liquid. So this is what effect of pressure on gases. So states of matter, we know it is solid, liquid and gases, and we have seen their properties, everything. There are three more states, that is fourth, fifth and sixth states. So we'll see one by one. The fourth state is the plasma. What is plasma? So plasma state, it is actually a fused and ionic state of matter that is present at very high temperatures. Usually this plasma is a mixture of electron and ions. Free electrons and ions is the plasma. It is usually found in the core of the sun and stars only. It is glowing very brightly. Okay, the fused ionic mass is neutral as it is consists of positive ions and a pool of electrons. Both positive and negative, it is balanced here. So we call this as a neutral one. So approximately 99% of universe is a fused ionic mass. So as I said, it is a mixture of free electrons and ions. So it occurs naturally in the stars and also the sun. This glowing is actually because of the presence of plasma. So this fluorescent tubes and neon sign bulbs also form plasma when they are switched on. The fifth state is Bose-Einstein condensate. So actually that Satyendranath Bose, who is a physicist, had done some calculations for the fifth state of matter. Based on that calculation, Einstein predicted a new state of matter, and so it is called with both of their names as Bose and Einstein condensate, that is BEC. This is actually formed by cooling a gas of extremely low density. How much it is about? About 100,000 the density of the normal air. Okay, this low density to super low temperature. So this is what the fifth stage of the matter. And the sixth state of matter, it is called fermionic condensate. It actually exists when fermions is nothing but matter particles, at extremely low temperatures start behaving as independent particle. These things you should know. How many states are there? We know 3, but 3 more states we have, that is plasma, Bose-Einstein condensate and fermionic condensate. So this is the thing. So far we have seen about properties of matters and in conversions, interchange of those matter, how we can convert solid to liquid, liquid to gas and gas to solid. And what about the effect of temperature and pressure? So this is what this lesson, it is over. I think we have covered each and everything in your book. So kindly go through your book. So next class, next video, it will be based on your problems and text questions also we can discuss, and you have to write one test also in that. So I'll inform you. Before that, we'll see certain conversions. Convert the following temperature to the Celsius scale. What is the unit of temperature, it is Kelvin. So normally 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273.16 Kelvin. For our convenience, we are taking as a round off value, that is 273 Kelvin. So the problem is given 300 Kelvin. How will you convert 300 Kelvin into Celsius? So 300 minus 273, because 0 degree is equal to 273. So it can be converted into Celsius by subtracting the actual value, that is 273 Kelvin. So 300 minus 273 will give you 27 degree Celsius, and 573 Kelvin, that will gives you 300 degree Celsius. At the same time, if you are asking temperature to Kelvin, so what we have to do, we have to add it. Okay, I think these things you have studied in physics. Anyway, the certain problems, because we are studying based on temperature and pressure, everything. So here how we can convert those degrees, we have to know. Very simple problems. In your textbook also it is given 2 or 3 problems it is given. So I think you can do it. So how we can convert Kelvin into Celsius? You have to add along with the thing what it is asked for. So 25 degrees Celsius, that is equal to 25 plus 273 Kelvin, that is equal to 298 Kelvin. And for 373 plus 273, and that gives you 646 Kelvin. So if it is Celsius, you have to subtract with 273. If it is Kelvin, you have to add with 273. Okay children, thank you.